Today's video is going to be about unbinding. So this is where you may feel that you're either being bound magically by somebody else, or you're in a situation where you're feeling bound. But before I do that, if you're new to the channel, hi, I'm Sandra from MysteryWitchSchool.com, and if you want to become a witch or Wiccan, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. So a bind can be either one of two things. You can bind things together, or you can bind something like tying something up to stop it from being able to do a particular action. So in cases of binding spells, they're generally to stop people from being able to do a particular action or to tie two situations together. So either a person to a situation or a person to a person, or whatever it is you're trying to bring together and tie together. So what this spell is for you to unbind either yourself, or you can do this for somebody else, where you're feeling that you are bound. So this isn't where you're feeling stuck and you're wanting to remove obstacles. That's a road opener spell. This is if you're feeling bound by a situation. So it's where you kind of feel like you're tied up, rather than there just being obstacles around you that just need to be removed. So it's that kind of feeling. It may be that you feel somebody's put a binding spell on you, or more often than not, it's that you're finding a situation that you're in, or maybe a group of people that you're in, especially if you are involved in a lot of groups and organizations that can be very binding, and you're just feeling bound. You're feeling like you can't move, you're tied up. All you need for this spell is some oil, olive oil. I've got here some chili flakes. You can use flying devil oil. You can add various oils to this really quick little mix. I like to keep things simple. So I've got the olive oil and the chili flakes. You can also add to this other oils such as black pepper. You can add bergamot oil, and all sorts of things that are related to either breaking curses or removing obstacles, and also some protective oils as well. You might want to also throw in some frankincense if you're wanting to go that way. This is just keeping it simple. And a black candle or a red candle, and some red thread. So I've got here some red thread. You could also use black thread for this as well. So if you don't have any red, if you've got black, just a little bit of thread or cotton that you can use to represent the bind. So when you mix your oil together with the chili, and you can use chili powder as well, you'll dress the candle. Now, because you're wanting to remove the bind, you're wanting it to release. So that means that when you dress your candle, you're going to want to go from the center outwards. So the center up and the center down to remove. And as you're doing the dressing, just imagine feeling free of all binds. If you're doing it for someone else, see them free from all binds. And then pop your candle in the candle holder, grab your matches and light the candle. So take your cotton, imagine the binds around yourself or the person that you're doing it for, and place the cotton just above the flame, and instantly you'll have two pieces of cotton, right? As you do that, you say, the bind is severed, the bind is broken, I am free. Feel the freedom. Even if you want to feel that you've got rope around you and now the rope's becoming untied and you're now feeling free. Or if you're visualizing this for another person, that they're now becoming free from the binds. You don't have to imagine the actual situation. So if you're being bound by a situation or bureaucracy or something, you don't have to imagine that particular thing. You just have to imagine that this metaphorical bound or bind is being removed. Allow yourself maybe a minute to focus on that feeling, and then let the candle burn down if it's safe to do so. If it's not safe to do so, snuff the candle out with a candle snuffer, and then come back when you can light it again safely, and then just light the candle again. You don't need to keep doing the spell. This is a spell that you can do as a one-off. Now, of course, it depends on the bind as well. If some binds are a little bit heavier than other binds, or if somebody keeps binding you, or if the situation is particularly very difficult to move through. So if it is like a bureaucracy or something that's keeping you stuck, you may want to do the spell more than once. But generally speaking, you should really be able to get away with becoming unbound by just doing this spell as a once-off. And that's pretty much it. So that's an easy spell. There are other spells out there that will take a little bit more planning and that you do need to be a little bit more thoughtful about and a little bit more sort of strategic around. And if that's the case for you, I do have a free PDF called the Spellcaster Checklist that I'll put the link to that in the description field of this video so that you can check off just check off some things you need to think about before you're spell casting, particularly if it's something for like a big plan that you've got, or it's something that you may need to do a number of spells for, not just a one-off. It all depends on your situation. So download that, it's free. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Don't forget to share it with your friends and comment. I'm Sandra from mysterywitchschool.com. Blessed be.